Morning everyone, welcome to the live on exercise, which is, to be honest, one that I never thought that I would really be doing, in all honesty. I'm not going to try and preach to you about exercise, but shortly, in a minute, we're going to be joined, or I'm going to be joined by Emma. And if you don't follow her, then she is at Move with Emma, and she is the wonderful lady that is helping me to exercise, from somebody that's gone from zero exercise to a little bit. I wouldn't say I'm not in no way, shape or form like full on love exercise, but if you saw my stories yesterday, I talked about the fact that I needed to start doing some exercise because I'm not getting any younger, and I wasn't feeling very fit, in all honesty, but I don't particularly like exercising. And then I came across Emma on here. So Emma is runs Move with Emma, and we'll talk more to her in a minute. And I think she's now on live. So let's have a look and see. So if you're like me and do zero exercise, or if you just want to do a little bit of exercise, then this will be something that you need to listen to, because it's helped me. Will appear on our screens in just a second. Nice to see everybody joining in. Is Emma going to be there? Oh, here we go.
Hello. It's always that sort of moment of like truth, isn't it? It's like, is this going to work?
That bit, it goes on for ages as well. We're like, oh no, is it going to work?
It's not very smooth, is it? They need to do something about that.
It's tense. And then the saving the live at the end is even worse as well.
No, it's like, oh my God, we've just done that. Now we need to save it. We need
I know. How do I do that? Oh, you okay anyway?
I'm really good. How are you?
Good. Yeah, all right. Thank you. I only saw you like an hour ago.
Oh, it wasn't even an hour ago. It's like,
no, it wasn't.
I've only just got my post-workout coffee.
I know. I'm
enjoying
mine as well. I've got mine. I managed to go upstairs and just make myself look less sweaty.
And it was hot, wasn't it? It's like it's a bit muggy today, so there was that sort of like air of like, it was quite hot. For you?
Yeah, actually, I'm going to open the window because I'm still feeling a bit hot. So. Yeah. Anyway, I've just I don't know if you caught the beginning bit, but basically, I said we're on here chatting about all things exercise, which is something that I never thought I'd be doing on here, in all honesty, because I don't really like it.
I love it. I love the honesty. But it's amazing, isn't it, when we do things where we don't think things are going to happen. So there must be something that sort of struck you when I did that thing with Daisy, like you say. So what was it? So you were saying you felt like, I feel like what you're saying is similar to a lot of people. They know they should be doing. We all know we should. Yeah. I hate that word, should. Yeah. We all know like we should be doing something, and then it's sort of like one of those underlying kind of tensions of like, but I hate it. I haven't got time. Yeah. When I'm going to fit it in and all the rest of it. And if you don't enjoy it, then you're not. I feel that you're not really motivated to do it, because if you don't get any enjoyment, where is this incentive? Do you know what I mean? If it's something you don't enjoy. So what was the tipping point for you, Liz?
I think pre having my daughter, so I've got a 6-year-old now. So pre having her, when it was just me and my husband, I did classes like after work. When I'm talking classes, I kind of like the dance classes. So I did the Zumba craze and all that sort of thing. But I like doing it with people, as in friends or family. So me and my sister would go, and my mum at the time, and things like that. Before our wedding, I did join a gym, and I went with my husband to the gym, as you do before you get married and things like that. But then after having my little girl, I just found I didn't have time. I'm not good at running. Running doesn't do very well for me physically. It was causing me lots of issues when I was running. So I did try all the couch to 5K and things like that. And I don't know. Your body probably is, I'm not right in saying that bodies can do everything, but I just find running for me is not very good. Yeah. So yeah, I'd kind of tried all that, and then had my daughter, and like you say, just didn't have time really, with work, and in the evenings, you don't have your evenings anymore because you're putting little ones to bed and things like that. But I knew I needed to do something, because I'm, later end of my 30s, moving into my next decade, and felt weaker. Didn't feel, getting a bit out of breath when I was doing sort of housework and things like that, and thinking, no, this isn't, I'm not, your body doesn't carry on like it did in the 20s anymore. I kind of noticeably felt myself changing. So I thought I need to do something, but I need to do something that I'm going to keep up and stick with. The gym wasn't one of those, because I knew that that's time an issue, because by the time you get ready for it, drive to the gym or wherever it is, you know, do your workout, drive back again, that's quite a big chunk of your day taken out already. So gym wasn't for me. And then and then I saw your live with Daisy, and because you guys had known each other for quite a while, and thought, oh, this looks all right, because one, I can do it at home on my own without having to worry about not being in a class with people I felt comfortable with. It fitted for me. It fits for me the time, and I like being able to do it live, but also if I can't do it live, we can do it on demand. It's half an hour and 3 days a week. So I was just like, that actually works for me, because I can gradually build up to it, and it was perfect for me. So yeah, so if you're somebody like me, and I've gone, and that was 0 exercise. So you know, walking, I'll go out walking and things like that. I obviously am on my feet all the time teaching, or I'm on my feet with my little girl all the time, or I'm quite sort of, I don't sit an awful lot, you know, work has changed a little bit, so I do sit a bit more, but yeah, so I needed to do something, but that was perfect for me in terms of what you were offering. So that's
amazing. Well, you've said it all. I mean, we've said so much about it. So there's so many things there that I want to ask you about. So,
I just went
no, I love it. It's just like, oh my god, it's like everything you're saying. I'm like, yes. So when was it, March you started, or February? I can't remember. I think it was February.
Yes, I think February, March, somewhere around then.
I
just before.
Can't remember a time when you weren't on it though. Do you know what I mean? Because you just sort of, even though it's quite challenging, it's more challenging to create that community spirit and all the rest of it online. That's just, you can't, you know, but by having our WhatsApp group and the support, I feel like it is a really supportive community, and the fact we're there doing it together is wonderful. But it's like you say, I mean, the fact is, we're busy, right? We're in the rush hour of life. Like, we're so busy, aren't we? And it's like, if you think about the time, like you say, that it takes to get somewhere, what you're going to wear, what you've got to take with you, it's 30 minutes. And I optimize that time. And it's about just getting it done. But like, for me, the reason that I go and wonder, for me, what keeps me going is how it makes me feel. So I wanted to ask you about that, because you said you didn't really enjoy exercise. So I wondered if that's a part, because some people don't. I mean, I get a massive buzz, and as an ADHD, it's my dopamine. I look for the dopamine hitting it. But I wondered if there's any joy in the parts I do, because we have to be honest. There's no point not being honest. Some people don't get that buzz. But they know they've got to just get it done.
Yeah, I would say to start with, I was doing it because I thought I feel I should do it, and like I said, I don't like that word should, but you do start thinking, actually, as you get older and you're not using your muscles anymore, and because I noticeably felt it, I thought, right, I've got to do something. It wasn't because I wanted necessarily to do exercise, it was because I was like, actually, my body doesn't feel quite as it used to. But I suppose there was a want there, because I want my body to feel like it used to. So and the first few months, I wouldn't say I would look forward to it. I like the classes and doing it, but I'm trying to be diplomatic here.
No, fine. Just be honest. I've got.
It was more of a, I've got to do this. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've signed up for it, and I'm really going to try it. And I'm a bit like, I'm going to give it a good go and see. Now, because I'm finding things easier. I think it was because everything felt hard, and your classes are so good because you give those different levels. So when I first started, you were kind of saying, right, if you're new to this, do this, and you say that all the time as well, don't you? Like, if you're feeling it a bit today, take it down a bit, take it down a step, or go up a step. And I found it difficult, and I found the bit afterwards, when you're working out muscles you've never worked out, like the next day I was struggling to get out of bed, and then in my head that's like, I've just done exercise and I feel worse, like what's going on? But now I do enjoy it, and I look forward to it. And if I can't do it on one of the days, I'm a bit gutted. I prefer doing it live than doing it on demand. Like you say, because although we don't all sit and chat together, it's just seeing other people kind of stood there doing it with you as well. But I also like the fact that I can do it in my own home, and if I haven't got a particularly good exercise outfit,
Yeah.
I can just shove on a pair of leggings and a baggy t-shirt and it doesn't matter because no one else around can see
Yeah,
me.
yeah. So it's like not having to get prepared for it.
Yeah. But yeah, I definitely enjoy it more now than I did when I started. It's something that I've had to persevere with and keep pushing myself to do. And it was easy to kind of say some days, oh, I haven't got the time today, you know, and I'll just miss this one and I'll do it on demand. But actually, the reality of that is I didn't usually do it on demand, or I kind of squeezed it in if I could. But yeah, now I feel different now, having done it for quite a few months. I don't know if it gives me quite the dopamine hit that it gives you. I feel like I need to lay down after I've done the
I know, I am like literally, that's, I think, but it sounds like you have found your reward. So your reward, because I know that you have suffered from some lower back pain issues. So I wanted to talk about that because you sort of said that you feel worse if you haven't done it. And this is really, I think, in our minds, because the guidance used to be that if you've got like lower back issues or you've got any pain, don't train and rest. But actually now it's very much about do train, because mobility, otherwise you just completely seize up, whereas it's about doing gentle mobility. And you were saying that there was a couple of things. So it does, you notice the difference if you don't come on because your back hurts a bit more. And also that you're going to Disneyland Paris again this year, and last year you were feeling really exhausted, so you wanted to feel like that more, sort of more energy. So
and I did. I don't know what my issue is with my back. I've had it ongoing for years. I just always say I've got a bit of a dodgy back, to be honest. You know, it doesn't completely go. I just have like lower back issues. I think it's probably 15 years of sitting in tiny chairs in a classroom, in all honesty, and sort of leaning over and marking books on a small chair and not having the right posture. So that's probably what it has done it. And I was noticing it more kind of, I would have it a little bit and then a big gap between having sort of another flare up of it, but I was noticing it more. And actually, again, I was a bit worried with the exercise, you know, of doing it and thinking, oh, I don't know, because you're not, that was what worried me, because I wasn't in a room with somebody sort of would be watching me. I didn't know if I was doing the exercises wrong, but you are constantly talking about how to hold yourself and feel it and take it slower, that actually I feel like I'm doing exercise in the best way that I've ever done it before.
Oh, wow.
You know, because I'm at home, and if I do slow down, you've not got that pressure of, oh, everyone around me has just done like 5 squats and I've only done one. It's about getting the technique right. And you're really good at that, because I feel like I'm not then putting pressure on my back, and you're kind of, what you're saying, I'm kind of focusing on my core a bit more and things like that. And because if I don't do it, I think I had a gap around the Easter holidays or something when I was away, and then something else happened, and my back started hurting after not doing it so much.
Yeah, that's amazing, isn't it?
So
that must be like because I feel like we all need a reason why. What is your why? And your reasons are so powerful, aren't they? Because also, if you're like saying, you know, you've got this irritated back, and just to say, I think so much lower back, and I talk about this all the time because it's a very, very common complaint and issue, and a lot of it is inactive glutes. So, you know, we do so many glute exercises because we are not designed to sit down in chairs, but we do, of course we do. Like, you know, that's life, you know, to varying degrees. I mean, if you know, I don't sit in an office seat, but still I have to sit down and do work, and I sit down in the evenings. So a lot of it is resetting, and so many, because when our glutes, basically our bottom, is inactive, then our lower back compensates. And so a lot of time it's just about, we need to reset the balance with our core and our glutes and our hip, and it's like our holy grail, because otherwise our back starts, you know, our body's so fascinating, isn't it, like how it compensates. So that you know, we focus on that, and it's really interesting for you to say. So again, that's the whole thing I think about online, is like just signing up for programs or doing workouts with YouTube. You don't know people. It's so important to do it safe, and like I say, technique is queen. I'd rather people do so many less reps and get the technique right. And also, if you're feeling a bit tired, like, consistency for me is about what happens over the space of a year, not showing up every day, because the reality is, you know, we are all busy. We're getting constant curveballs. If it's a sick child, you know, and sometimes it's just not going to be possible. I don't want people to feel bad. I want people to celebrate when they do get there and to feel good about themselves. And I heard, you know, trained so many women, and it's like, also, I don't want people to feel like a failure, like,
Yeah.
you know, every time we make it to that, that's a celebration, because I feel really sad when people are like, you know, oh god, I can't do it or whatever. No, I don't want people to feel like that. So it's definitely about encouragement, not pressure. But the other thing, just talk to us about like Disneyland Paris and how like that feeling of like, I know, I love that feeling of feeling a bit stronger and having something in the tank.
Yeah, I just yeah, it definitely noticeable. I mean, Disneyland Paris is
Yeah.
knackering, like whatever,
Yeah.
whatever fitness level you're at. But yeah, I definitely felt last year I kind of struggled to the point where on the last day I was a bit like I can't face another day of going in. As much as it was lovely, it was just that physical walking. I mean, my feet hurt a lot. But I felt I had more stamina, which was lovely. Like
Yeah.
and felt, yeah, I could kind of, yeah, I kept going much better this time than I did last time, which was really nice. And I also think as well, for a slightly different aside, but it's just coming to my mind. My husband does a lot of exercise, so he goes to the gym, plays football and things like that. And our daughter sees him doing that. She never sees me doing any exercise
Yeah.
because I'm just, you know, because I don't go out for a run or things like that. And having like the online classes means that she was off school a couple of days ago, no, a few months ago, but she was sat on the sofa while I was doing my
Yeah.
exercise because, you know, I'd set her all up with everything. She was fine. And it meant I could still do that. So that's what I like about this as well, is that she's seeing
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
exercise as well. Because I kind of felt like that. We were in a bit of a household where, you know, Daddy went out and did the exercise, and I didn't, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think she's seeing that from me, actually, that this is something that we need to do for us as well. And she probably noticed the difference. Yeah, I can, you know, yeah, just that feeling stronger makes you feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
And I definitely, the last month or so, I was a bit like, oh, I feel like I've got a bit more of a spring in my step now. Probably the sun helps as well. But yeah, it's definitely, I definitely feel it now. I'm starting to feel the benefits of it.
Great. And it
Yeah.
takes time, and
No.
it's build, and that's the thing. I think, you know, it sounds to me like it's a routine. It's about creating something that's frictionless in your schedule, and it's like, I can get to this, say 1 or 2, hopefully 3 days a week. But you know, even if whatever it is, but if you know already the times it's at and all the rest of it, it's a routine, isn't it? And it's just part of your week and part of our lives.
Yeah.
And I always obviously try and completely, no class is the same, but it's awesome. And like you say, you know, you just don't get on with running, and that's okay. You don't have to like all of the things. But I just remembered something in my mind that you messaged one day after you about the press up. Tell us about the press up.
Oh yeah, yeah, I never do press ups. I'd never done anything like that. Like today we did that squat sit against the wall.
Yeah.
I mean, it burns my legs, but my goodness, like a few months ago, I wouldn't have done 5 seconds of that, and I managed all 30 seconds. You know,
Amazing.
planks are just a no go. And yeah, we do press ups, but like you say, it's all different. It's like every class is different as well, which I love. So it's not like we're not doing the same every week. But yeah, that was after only a few weeks in, actually. I would gone from like being terrible and not being able to hold like my body up at all. And my husband just peeked through and he was like, oh my word, you were doing a press up. You did it. You did it. And I was like, I know.
I love that.
It's stuff like that. And I feel like now I'm not getting those awful aches afterwards that I did. So you kind of, what's the phrase, you know, go through the pain, you know.
Yeah,
I'm not a massive fan of that, but you do actually a little bit. But yeah, I feel a lot stronger in myself, you know. And it's silly things like having to move stuff around the house. A few months ago, I'd probably go to, like, I've got to wait until my husband comes in to do that. And now I'm like, no, I can do that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, just, it makes you feel different. And this is from somebody who, you know, like I said, wouldn't really talk about exercise. And probably my family, if they knew like I was doing this live now, probably laugh at me because, you know, they know I'm completely not anti-exercise, I just don't like it. You know, give me a dance floor, I'll dance around a dance floor all night long. But yeah, anything like that. So yeah, I felt like when you asked me to do this live, I was like, yeah, actually, because I think there's a lot of people, and particularly mums at home as well, that don't necessarily do anything for themselves, want to do stuff, but are tied with the fact that lives are busy. And actually, this is perfect. And I'm not getting paid to say this. I pay for Emma's classes. But like, yeah, if there's anybody like me that has done zero exercise, like something like this is perfect because it's in the comfort of your own home. You really guide everybody through. There's that WhatsApp group, like you say, that you kind of give those encouragements of come on now. And if like, I don't remember in the first month or so, I hadn't come on and you just like sent me a little message separately, like, I hope you're all right, no pressure, but you know, try and come back. And actually that gave me the little push to be like, oh, you know, slightly being held accountable for it, because you need that well, I think, but without a lot of pressure. And yeah, and knowing that sometimes I can do it and sometimes I can't, because you talk about as well our cycles and things like that. And sometimes our, you know, when our hormones are at different levels, we might be able to balance and do something and feel strong one time but not the others. And it's just yeah, something that you wouldn't necessarily get from going to a class at a gym where they just do it and you go home. I feel like I'm learning stuff as well about me. So
that's great. Thank you. I love having you there. And I think it is like, it's about understanding our bodies and thinking how amazing they are. And like you say, it's like really, for me, it's about encouragement, not pressure. And for me, I do it for, you know, to make, because for me, it's pivotal in terms of, like you say, it's that headspace. And when it's mindful, it's like, what? It's just rubbish. I don't like. But it's about actually not being able to think about anything else while you're exercising and resourcing ourselves. Because, you know, I get impatient with my kids, and I've got my 2 kids here. And it's funny because I'm like getting them off and dashing back from the school run. We're all doing the same thing, aren't we? We're all living the same lives. So it's just kind of like feels like that sort of team of camaraderie. But yeah, no, I absolutely love having you on there. And I think it's really nice when I personally feel really rewarded when I can see that people are making progress, and we're making so much progress. But like you say, if it is a day where you're not feeling great, I said just come on, and do anything is better than nothing, and just focus on technique, because that is never a wasted session.
No, it's I love all the sessions. They're and like you said, for people that don't know, we did legs today, we do arms on a Wednesday, and then it's like cardio and core on a Thursday, isn't it? But
it is, although that
might be changing,
because I listened and I put a vote out, so it's going to be more strength, because it is about that strength. Sorry, just quickly, you're doing a really good job of selling this. I'm getting the conversation.
Yeah,
I'm loving it. You're great. Can you do my marketing and PR, please? So no, it's sorry, the strength training. So I was going to say to you, because so how old did you say you are?
How old? 38. I am 38.
Now. Yeah. So I'm 46. So I'm well in the perimenopause, but it's great that you're getting ahead of it. It's never too late, but like any time we lift weights, but our women's muscle mass is in decline from the age of 30. And the best thing we can do for ourselves is resistance training. So I think now we realize that, and it just makes you feel good. For me, I don't know about you, but it makes me feel confident, empowered. And so it's actually really important to do this. And I think people really enjoy the strength training, because it feels really good, doesn't it? You're like, oh God, I really like this feeling.
The weight in my life, like, and I think I had to borrow dumbbells from somebody because I didn't have any, just the physically, like, standing there and lifting weights and doing stuff I really like, because it's something again I've never done before. But and I feel stronger in myself. I still got to work on it, and I need to up my weight, but again, it's all just a gradual process.
You don't need to. Again, we've got to change. It should need nothing. It's in your own time, because we're in this for the long term. That's the thing. There's no quick fixes, and it's about like when it feels good. And we do need progressive overload, but in the right time. But thank you so much. I'm conscious of time. Could carry on talking to you for ages. Tell really quickly. Just tell us what you do, so when I post this, everyone knows, because you obviously work with Daisy and you were a teacher. Tell us quickly. Give us your elevator pitch.
Yeah. I can't do it for myself. I can do it for other people. So I was a teacher for over 15 years now, and I still do it. I just kind of go into schools more on a supply basis now, because I came away from it when I had my daughter, and life circumstances have meant I've not kind of gone back in full time. But so now I run Playful Learning Games, which is an account that shares play-based games and activities, but for children in Key Stage 2. So I'm at years 3 to 6, because I'm a Key Stage 2 teacher. And I love the play element of the younger years, and feel like as soon as children hit year 3, it all goes to pot, really, and they're made to sit at tables and write out of textbooks and things. So I'm trying to help parents and teachers to encourage play-based learning with their children at home. And I've just started working with Daisy, aka 5 Minute Mum, and we run 2 weeks to learn, where we produce guides to help people with play-based learning, but for particular topics. So we've got a times tables one out now, and more on the way very soon as well. So
Amazing.
yeah, that's me.
That's wonderful, wonderful evolution from being a teacher. And do you know what? Really quickly, I was training a head teacher. She's been a head teacher 25 years, totally dedicated to her job. Her back went into spasm one day. Do you know why? Sitting down in a seat, and it took so long. I worked with her really slowly to ease that back, and it's just like sitting in seats is so deadly, isn't it?
It's
she just was so dedicated.
It's sitting on the little chairs all the time. And then when I had my daughter, I was sitting on the floor all the time with her. Very rarely sit on the sofa, really. And I think years of that, it does something in the end. But yeah, touch wood with doing this. I seem to, the last few months, I haven't had anything. So
amazing. That is amazing so news.
Good.
Well, I will look forward to seeing you for upper body tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah. I will be there, hopefully. Yeah, we just, it'd be nice if we could do it outside sometimes, like with the laptop on the thing outside. But the weather is but yeah, no, definitely. I look forward to that. And yeah, people need to pop over to you, and I'm sure you'll give more information. I'm sure you've got links in your bio and stuff, haven't you? So they can sign up. So
DM
it's a monthly fee, isn't it? For anybody.
It's a monthly fee, yeah. So it's £35 a month. And for that you get 3 brand new classes each week, and then I teach them live and then straight away put them on the website, so they are available there, so you can catch up. And we do it, so we do lower body, upper body, and then we're going to do a combo of sort of weights, strength-based stuff, and then also cardio and core. So we can basically maximize, and we do mobilization, we do some functional fitness, we do some fun challenges. So we totally mix it up. No class is ever the same, because that's what keeps me going back. And, you know, we make the best out of it. We optimize your time. It's efficient, it's effective, and I like to think it's fun. But that's very subjective.
It is. We've got music going on in the background.
Music.
I love the music because that helps me to work out. And yeah, and it's great. It means that in the summer holidays as well, even with my daughter around, that I can carry it on. So, you know, it's only that half an hour chunk of time if I want to do it live, or if not, when she's having a little bit of time doing her own thing, I can just whack on and on demand. So
exactly. And anything's better than nothing. It's just creating that space yourself to, you know, to resource yourself. And it's good for them to see, but it's also just good for them to see you doing something for yourself. You know what I mean? Just to actually say, yeah, mummy's prioritizing her needs, like you say, because we're all guilty of putting everybody else's needs before our own, aren't we?
Yeah, and that's what I feel good about, actually, because I'm not very good at prioritizing myself, like a lot of people aren't, I don't think. And that's what I like, is that actually I'm like, no, if that little half an hour window is just for me to do my thing. And it feels good. So
brilliant. Well, long may it last.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks, Emma.
I'll see you tomorrow.
And hopefully this will save, and I'll put it on my grid and put it on yours as well. Fingers crossed. All right,
take care. Lots of love. Have a lovely day.
Bye. You too. Bye.